Hey folks, today I'm going to be doing a response video. This is going to be one of the few response videos that I want to try and get out at the moment. This is going to be a response to John, aka Nolzy00, who responded to, Sportsal3, aka Corey's video on what was the most memorable thing, what was the most memorable moment out of 2010? Tough question. What was the most memorable moment? Okay. Where to start with this? 2010 for me wasn't really all that much of a hype year because we didn't really get anything all that fantastic. Because it was a very quiet year for some people, especially myself, and I kind of felt a little bit underwhelmed by what it was doing. So I think when it comes right down to it, there were very few things that got me that all hyped about 2010 that I would consider memorable. I know that Prime aired the 5-part of Prime, which that was really good, and I enjoyed that. As well as I know that they're going to plan on showing that in February this year, and I'm looking really forward to that. But if I had to pick about two things which I thought were memorable for me of 2010, and I know that I'm very late on doing this question. I should have done this before, but camera died. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I would consider memorable, and which I was excited for more than anything, as well as Prime, was War for Cybertron. Now, okay, if you haven't already played this game, and shame on you if you haven't, when I first heard they were going to do another Transformers game, I wasn't really all that hyped by what I heard they were going to do, because after playing the two movie games, which are based off of which was the first movie game and then Revenge of the Fallen, which were utter crap, because that whole free world thing, that whole exploring thing didn't really fulfill it for me, so that was a little bit of a letdown. As well as the level design and the kind of almost cheapened voice acting. I know that there were a few voice acting. There was a little bit of voice acting in there which I really liked, such as James Arnold Taylor's The Fallen, which was a pretty good thing. But it's still, I wanted more. I wanted a better game. Now, when this came along, I was impressed by what I heard and by what I'd seen. And when I played this game, I was very happy with this, because if you really stop to think about it, this is probably one of the few Transformers games which is actually good, next to the Armada game, but that needed a sequel, and it never got a sequel. And I'm going to come back onto this later on, but I think with War for Cybertron, which I would consider memorable, was its level design, which was really good. I liked how well designed Cybertron was, and how well designed most of the characters were, because I know that a lot of people got a lot of backlash from the Michael Bay films, and I can understand how that feels, because when you watch the Michael Bay films, you want something else, you want something better, you want this, which is just as good. And I think that this game is more like a throwback to G1, because it has every single little reference in there, which kind of almost connects the story in a really big way. And I think that's actually one of the good things about this game, is that it was great in its design. The voice acting was great as well. I think the voice acting in this was definite improvement for this. And then the multiplayer came along and kind of actually killed it. And then now we're back to square one. We've got nothing. We've still got this, but we've still got nothing until the next Transformers game comes out, and that's going to be something good. And alongside this game, we also got some good toys from the Generations line, like these guys. And already, I don't even need to point out to you that when you look at how well designed these guys are, when you see these toys out of the packaging, and when you see how much time and care went into making them, you can tell that whoever designed these characters, whoever went ahead and just thought it was good to design them like this, you can tell straight away that War for Cybertron was put in very good hands, because the script was strong, the designs were really good, very War Within inspired as well, and I think that's what makes it good. Is that a lot of people, myself included, wanted a War Within game, and we got one very similar to it. So yeah, War for Cybertron, it's a really good game. I heard that there's going to be a sequel. I'm looking forward to that. Fingers crossed that it will be as good as this. I'm not sure how they'll be able to wrap a plot around the sequel, unless they can try and find a way to expand uh, the reach of space in this universe as well, because if they can expand that as well as put the war on other planets aside from just Cybertron, that'll be definitely something interesting. That would definitely be something interesting to see. As well as I want to see I want to at least see Earth in the sequel. So that's War for Cybertron. One of the memorable things about 2010. The second thing as well, which I think John said as well, and I think a lot of people said as well, would have to be, and I thought about this as well, Auto Assembly 2010, and I know that a lot of people, and myself included, thought it was a very memorable thing, and it was a memorable thing. I've been going to Auto Assembly for so many times now, and I never get tired of going, because I think now, and a lot of people can agree with me on this if you want, but I think the main reason why we all go there is, the second thing's for the toys, of course, because everyone wants to buy toys. But the main reason why we go is that it's basically to meet the people, to meet the guests, as well as the voice actors who breathe life into the characters as well. And I think that's definitely something good as well. That's one of the good things about conventions, is that it's a place for people like myself to meet up with other people who share this one big passion which brings us all together. And yeah, doing this whole We Are the World thing is silly. Yeah, but Auto Assembly, I think, was actually a big memorable thing for me in the terms of it was good because the people were there, and I think the people is what made the convention special. If you just went there for the toys, then there wouldn't be much point in you being there, unless you were going to share a few pints with other people, and that would definitely that's definitely something good. But I feel that Auto Assembly will always be about the people. I know that a lot of people will often say, "Oh, it's always about toys," but still, excuse me, the people, to me, are 1,000 times better than a piece of plastic, because I think when it all comes down to it, the main reason we all go there, and I will keep saying this over and over again, the main reason we go is to meet the people. The main reason we go there is to meet the people, to meet such great people who share the same interest as each other, and I think that actually helps make the event special, is that we are all brought together by one common interest, and I think that actually shows a great deal. Not only that, I think that each Auto Assembly that I've gone to, except 2006 because I didn't really like that one, every Auto Assembly I've gone to has been good. It's lived up to my expectations, and it's been enjoyable. I liked it, and I will keep enjoying it, and I don't think I'll ever stop going. I hope not, because until I run out of space to collect, or I just get tired of going, or some major occurrence comes up, I'll definitely keep going, because that's one of the things about Auto Assembly. It's a meetup, as well as oh, one of the interesting things about conventions as well is that this just doesn't apply to Auto Assembly, but this also applies to things like BotCon as well. BotCon is a very big convention. Auto Assembly is a convention that's run by fans, mainly. BotCon is something that's run by the executives at Hasbro. So, I've tried so many times to go to BotCon. I hope one day I will go, but I'm not getting out too much hope. Hopefully, either next year or this year. I don't know, depends. But, yeah, War for Cybertron and Auto Assembly. Those are the two things that I was hyped up about this year. So, that's it for me. I hope you liked my response. Who am I going to tag in this video? I think I'll tag two people. I'll tag the Freelancer 2236. I think I think that's it. I think that's the same. The Freelancer 2236, as well as who else do I tag? Who else do I tag? Who else? I'll tag Sean Movement 3343, aka Cybertron X. I want to know I want to hear your response videos as well. So that I think is one of the best things about 2010. And plus, since I know we're getting a lot as well from this year, such as more Transformers Prime, as well as Dark of the Moon, which hoping that doesn't suck. But that's what I'm hoping for. So that's 2010 in a nutshell. What was memorable about it? So, see you soon, folks.